So I was browsing Steam this morning, and I realized that I saw that they had a huge sale on the old Counterstrike games, and so I decided to get it. I got like the Counterstrike anthology, which included Counterstrike, Condition Zero, and Day of Defeat Classic, and I originally got Counterstrike back in like 2002 when it came with like this Half-Life Special Edition, which included Half-Life, Blue Shift, Opposing Force, Counter-Strike, and Team Fortress Classic. And so it was like 5 games in one, and you had to install all of them, you know, and it was kind of a pain in the ass to play back then. Now it's a lot easier. You just click on Steam and, you know, you have them all there. It's a lot easier. The loading times are a hell of a lot faster. You know, you don't have to sit there for like 5 minutes waiting for a server to load anymore. But, you know, I used to play Counter-Strike a lot. I used to be pretty decent at it. I'd spend long, extended amounts of time playing Counter-Strike. And then when Source came out, I kind of just lost interest. You know, Source was just an updated version of Counter-Strike. They nerfed the UMP, and they nerfed the FAMAS a tiny bit, which kind of annoyed me. But it was mostly just because I was getting tired of Counter-Strike. And I haven't really looked back until now. And honestly, I'm pretty terrible at it right now. I have to start off in the deathmatch servers just so I can get used to the weapons again. My favorite weapon is definitely the Galil, or the IDF Defender, because one of my biggest problems in first-person shooters is assholes that jump around corners and like take you by surprise. And if you have a Galil on you, you can pretty much counter that pretty easily. Because someone jumps in front of you, you can just spray them with it and they're fucked. And I like that a lot. It's kind of like the Thompson of Day of Defeat. You know, you can go around a corner without really worrying about some asshole waiting there behind you. Because if you have a Thompson, you can fuck them up. And then you just have to worry about snipers and long-range weapons, of course, which can also be a problem. But the main point of this video is I saw that they're releasing Counter-Strike Global Offensive, which is the new Counter-Strike that everyone's, you know, they're hyping up to be this big thing. But I looked at the gameplay footage, and it's basically just an updated version of Counter-Strike again, which on one hand is a good thing. I think Valve is very smart not to mess too much with the original formula. Like, if they added regenerating health and aim down sight and, you know, instant respawn, it would just destroy what the game is about. It would not be Counter-Strike anymore, and they would alienate the original fan base. And Valve is pretty good about not alienating their original fan base. So I think it's a smart move not to change it too much. But I just found myself asking, does Counter-Strike really need an update right now? I mean, Counter-Strike Source is still pretty popular. People are still playing 1.6. No one really cares about the graphics. They said that Global Offensive is going to be the best of Source in 1.6. So I don't think it's going to be a bad game. It's probably going to be pretty good. You know, I'll get it when it's on sale probably and take it for a spin. But, I mean, is it really anything to get that excited about? I think Valve has unfinished business, and I think you know where I'm going with this one here. You know, they left us with Half-Life Episode 2, you know, wanting more, and they haven't really resolved that. You know, they've spent the past 5 years with, you know, Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 and DOTA 2 now, and now Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and they haven't really tied up the loose ends with Half-Life, which is the series that put them on the map in the first place. But, you know, on the other hand, none of the games that Valve has released have been bad. They just haven't been, you know, what... It's their destiny, you know? They have to wrap up Half-Life. They can't just ignore it the way they've been doing. So I really wish Valve would kind of get their priorities straight. On the other hand, I would really like to see an update to Day of Defeat. Maybe I'm just saying that because it's my favorite Source game. I mean, it's my favorite Valve multiplayer game. But Day of Defeat Source definitely in many ways was better than the original Day of Defeat, in that it was a much smoother game, there were less bugs, the gameplay was faster, but they also took out a lot of stuff from the original Day of Defeat. They took out a lot of the weapons, you couldn't play as a British anymore, and there were less maps. What I would like to see is for them to take what they did right with Day of Defeat Source, and then reintroduce the stuff in Day of Defeat Classic that was good, and just make it a bigger and better game, I would just absolutely love that, because, you know, it's my favorite Valve game. I don't play Team Fortress 2 very often. A lot of people love that one. Definitely, you know, I played it a lot when it first came out, and I liked it. I don't really care about the hats thing. I just think it's distracting. It kind of kills it for me. But yeah, I mean, that's my sort of rant right now, is that, you know, Counterstrike Global Offensive looks pretty decent, I guess, but Valve really needs to get on their shit with Half-Life Episode 3 or Half-Life 3 or whatever they're going to call it, because that's what put them on the map in the first place, and they haven't really wrapped that up yet. My Steam ID, by the way, is Rust in Peace 91, like the Megadeth album, all lowercase and then 91. Feel free to add me if you want to play some Counter-Strike 1.6 or some Day of Defeat. I'm on my really, really shitty computer right now, so I can't run anything really good. When I get my good computer back, I'll be able to play some Arma 2, you know, things like that. I can run Killing Floor. So Killing Floor, CS 1.6, and Day of Defeat. If you want to, you know, jump in a game with me, that's perfectly cool. So yeah, that's all for this kind of pointless rant. See ya.